Welcome. Thank you for being here. This is not just another video. This is your wake-up call for your mind, growth, and future. Today, you'll hear something that can truly change your life. Something stronger than money, more important than talent, and rarer than intelligence. Your personal value. In this world, people don't reward your pain. They don't pay you for effort or time. They respond only to your value and results. They listen to value, they follow value, they respect value, and yes, they pay for value because value commands attention everywhere you go. So if you feel ignored, invisible, or unappreciated, remember this truth. It's not because you're weak, it's because they don't see your value yet. And whose job is it to show them your value? Yours. Your value is not given. It's built through work, discipline, and consistency. You build it through daily effort, through silence, through focus, and through small improvements. Once your value rises, no one can ignore you. When your value grows, the world adjusts. People notice you. Respect appears naturally. Opportunities come without begging or endless explanations. Because in this world, you don't fight for space. You become so valuable that space automatically opens for you to shine. You can't create more time, but you can create more value. We don't get paid for hours. We get paid for impact. You can complain about being ignored, or you can become too valuable to ever be ignored again. That choice is always yours. So today, I'm giving you 9 brutal rules. Not soft, not sugar-coated. Real rules for those ready to rise and transform completely. Rules for people tired of being average. Ready to build value so high that the world must respect them and never overlook them again. Even if your English is basic, even if your confidence is low, even if no one believes in you, you can still grow. This is not a 10-minute motivation. This is a turning point. Take a breath, clear your mind, and prepare to change your direction forever. Your transformation starts right now. Let's begin with rule number 1, and I want you to feel this deeply inside your soul. Rule 1, stop being too available. Start becoming valuable. Let's start with a question. If something is always easy to get, do people value it more or less? The answer is always less. Think about it. You walk into a store. A diamond is lying on the floor. No box, no guard, no price tag. It feels fake. Even if it's real, your brain won't treat it as valuable. Why? Because availability kills respect and destroys the sense of rarity. It's the same with people. If you're always saying yes, always online, always reachable, your value quietly drops without you noticing. People start thinking, he'll always be there. She always says yes. I can ignore them, and they'll still care anyway. That's when you stop being respected. That's when you stop being valued. That's when you fade into background noise in their minds. Being too nice looks kind. Being too available looks caring. But too often, it's silent self-destruction that erases your real worth. If you don't respect yourself, no one else will. If you don't protect your time, the world will waste it without hesitation. Maybe you fear saying no. Maybe you don't want to hurt others. Maybe silence feels lonely. But saying no protects your real value. Being less available creates space for respect. You're not a product on sale. You're a limited edition. Act like it every single day. It means you don't reply instantly to everyone. You don't say yes to plans you dislike. You don't waste energy on meaningless talk. You don't show up for those who never show up for you. You schedule your time, respect your focus, and set strong boundaries without guilt. Because when people know your time is valuable, they treat you differently. They speak carefully and respect you naturally without demand. Imagine 2 friends. Friend A is always available, always says yes. Friend B is focused, selective, and intentional with their time. Who gets more respect? Friend B. Because when something becomes rare, it becomes valuable. That's how diamonds, money, and power work. That's how you should work too. You're not here to beg for attention. You're here to become someone they can't afford to lose. So from today, stop being too available. Start building your value. Be less visible and more intentional with your presence and energy. Be less reactive, more focused. Value speaks louder than noise, and silence is often your most powerful statement of confidence. When you protect your time, guard your peace, and limit your access, you create natural respect and invisible authority around you. You don't need to be everywhere. You just need to grow enough that people feel your absence when you're not there. So ask yourself now, where am I giving too much? Where am I saying yes when I should say no firmly? Who is using my energy without giving back? Start small. Say no once. Log off for 1 hour. Protect a piece of your time. Your focus, your energy, and your peace are diamonds. When you stop giving them away for free, you start becoming priceless. So stop being always available. Start being valuable. Because when you value yourself, the world will have no choice but to follow. Rule 2, master one high-value skill. If you want to raise your value, understand this clearly. The world doesn't reward effort. It rewards results, mastery, and consistent excellence. Most people stay busy all day but never become valuable. They confuse movement with progress, but real progress comes only through focused mastery. Results don't come from trying a little bit of everything. They come from becoming excellent at one thing that truly matters and brings value. Many people jump from idea to idea. One week, they want to be a YouTuber, next week a trader, then a writer or coach. They never stay long enough to become great. They collect new interests but never master one skill deeply enough to be recognized for it. That's why they stay average. And average people become invisible because the world doesn't notice what looks like everyone else. If you want income, freedom, and respect, stop trying to be everything. Start becoming excellent at one skill the world truly needs. When you master one high-value skill, you become useful, trusted, respected, and paid. You become someone people seek out for results. Think of every successful person you know: Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey, Cristiano Ronaldo, Mr. Beast. All mastered one skill first before expanding further. Elon mastered engineering and vision. Oprah mastered communication and empathy. Mr. Beast mastered storytelling. Ronaldo mastered discipline and performance. That single mastery changed everything. Once they became valuable in one area, they earned the right to explore others. But mastery came first, always before success or freedom. Most people skip this step. They want lifestyle before skill. They want attention before value. That's why they stay stuck in endless cycles. If you want value, become excellent. If you want success, become unforgettable. If you want freedom, build a skill that solves problems. Just one high-value skill can replace your job, grow your business, or give you confidence to speak, teach, or earn independently anywhere. It can connect you with mentors, clients, and opportunities worldwide. People no longer want kind of good. They want reliable excellence. The person who delivers excellence becomes valuable. That's the truth of every successful career, every respected creator, and every strong professional today. Let's make this real. Here are examples of high-value skills: communication, public speaking, writing, storytelling, sales, coaching, design, and problem solving. Also strategy, content creation, video editing, branding, coding, digital marketing, tools, creativity, leadership, and decision-making, all skills that create value. The world keeps changing, but high-value skills always stay in demand because they help others grow, earn, or solve meaningful problems faster. You don't need a degree. You don't need to be a genius. You just need focus, patience, and a daily habit of improvement. Let me share an example. A boy named Liam had no degree, no experience, no special talent, but he decided to learn copywriting. He practiced every day, studied top writers, and wrote fake ads for training. He offered free work to local businesses just to improve. One day, a client paid him $100, then another paid $500, then $1,000. Soon, he worked from home and earned in dollars. He supported his family, traveled, and built freedom, all because of one skill. That's the real power of value built from mastery. It doesn't matter where you start. It matters what you repeat daily. Consistency creates clarity. Clarity builds confidence. Confidence builds value. If you're unsure where to start, list 5 things you enjoy or are curious about. Writing, teaching, editing, design, or technology. Then pick one that excites you most. You don't need passion at first. You just need interest strong enough to stay curious daily. Study that one skill for 30 days. Watch videos, take notes, practice small projects, and improve little by little every single day. Don't switch too soon. Confusion fades when you commit. Clarity comes from action, not from endless thinking or comparing yourself to others. Avoid being kind of good at 10 things. Be great at one. Excellence in one area makes the world open doors for you. Master one skill so well that people know your name in rooms you've never entered. Let your excellence introduce you before you speak. Because we get paid for value, and value comes from mastery. The higher your mastery, the stronger your worth in every situation. If you feel lost, broke, invisible, or stuck, don't try fixing everything. Start with your skill. Build value through focused learning. Excellence makes you magnetic. It brings respect, trust, and opportunity. It's the fastest way to rise without begging or chasing people. Don't chase followers. Chase excellence. Because when you become excellent, people follow naturally, not out of pity, but out of admiration. If you train one skill deeply, it can change your life. It can turn weakness into power and silence into recognition. So choose your skill. Start today. Don't stop until you become world class. Once your skill becomes rare, you become priceless everywhere you go. From this day, focus on mastery, not popularity. On learning, not showing off. On results, not noise. This is how value grows. Remember, average people try everything. Valuable people master one thing. That's why the world remembers their names long after they're gone. Your life can change completely by mastering one skill. Let that be your mission starting today. Build it, sharpen it, protect it, repeat. Because when your skill becomes your power, no one can ignore you again. That's how you become truly valuable in this world. Rule 3. Speak less, move in silence. In today's world, everyone is talking, posting, and shouting for attention. But the truth is simple. The loudest voice rarely holds real power. The strongest people don't need to speak much. Their calm presence already speaks louder than words. Silence creates power that noise can't. The most powerful person in the room is not the one talking the most. It's the one who listens, observes, and controls emotion. When you speak less and move quietly, people notice you differently. You become mysterious, confident, and respected without trying too hard. Silence builds curiosity. People start wondering what you're thinking, what you're doing, and why you don't need to explain yourself constantly. That curiosity becomes attention. That attention becomes respect. And respect is what raises your value higher than constant talking ever could. Most people talk before they think. They explain pain to people who don't care. They share goals with people who never support them. They argue just to prove they're right. They speak too much to feel important. But talking too much only weakens your impact. Here's the truth. The more you talk, the less people listen. The more you explain, the less people respect your voice. Because real value doesn't chase attention. Real value is felt in silence, in posture, in focus, and in the energy you bring. Imagine two people walking into a room. Person A enters loudly, explaining everything, trying to impress everyone, sharing all their goals. Person B enters calmly. They speak only when needed, listen more, observe more, and every word they say lands with power. Who gets more respect? Always person B. Because silence creates mystery. Mystery creates curiosity. Curiosity builds respect and lasting influence. When people don't know everything about you, they start imagining. That imagination increases your power without you even saying a word. When you stop explaining every move, your energy becomes unpredictable. People can't read you, so they start paying closer attention naturally. Your silence becomes your strength. Your progress becomes your proof. You no longer need validation because your results speak louder. People who talk too much expose their plans. They waste energy defending opinions instead of executing actions that build real success. You don't owe explanations to everyone. You don't need to prove yourself to people who haven't earned your honesty or your story. Silence doesn't mean being rude, fake, or antisocial. It means speaking with purpose. It means protecting your energy from empty conversations. It means no longer oversharing with people who gossip. It means you only speak to add value, not to fill quiet space. Start practicing this today. Before you answer, pause, breathe, let silence fill the space. It shows calm power and inner control. Stop posting every idea or dream online. Work silently. Let your results surprise people when success finally becomes impossible to hide. Every great success story has silent chapters. Those quiet months of focus and discipline build the strength that later makes you unstoppable. Speak less, do more. Think before responding. Move with strategy, not emotion. That's how you gain control of your reputation and direction. When you speak less, you listen better. You learn faster. You see what others miss because they're too busy trying to be heard. You'll start noticing things, details, behaviors, opportunities that talkers never notice. That's how quiet people move ahead in silence. Let your actions be your loudest message. Build your business, improve your health, sharpen your skills, and elevate your lifestyle quietly. When people finally notice, they'll ask, "How did you do all this without saying a word?" And your silence will answer everything. Because lions don't roar all day. Their silence already says enough. The moon doesn't talk, yet it controls the tides effortlessly. Oceans are deep. That's why they don't make noise like shallow rivers. Power is calm. Confidence is quiet. Value is always silent. If you want respect, don't speak more. Speak better. Don't post more. Build more. Don't seek attention. Create results worth attention. Silence is not emptiness. It's strength under control. It's focus. It's the art of not needing to announce every little step publicly. Stop sharing every goal with people who won't help you reach it. Protect your plans. Let your success become your loudest introduction. When you work silently, you become unpredictable. People can't prepare for your next move. That mystery makes your value unshakable. You become immune to gossip, jealousy, and judgment because no one truly knows what you're building until it's already done. When you master silence, you rise faster, you feel peaceful, you become magnetic, you attract power without chasing validation or applause. From today, stop talking too much. Start building. Stop explaining. Start executing. Stop announcing. Start becoming the proof of your words. Silence is not weakness. It's your weapon. Use it wisely. Because when you master silence, no one can touch your focus again. Your power doesn't need noise. It just needs presence. And once you learn that, the world will start listening more than ever before. Remember, still water reflects clearly, still minds think clearly, still souls build legacies while the noisy ones only chase attention. So from this moment, speak less. Move quietly. Let your presence speak before your mouth does. Let your results become your voice. Because real value doesn't need to shout. It simply walks into the room, and everyone feels it immediately, even in silence. Rule 4. Build a mysterious aura. In a world where everyone is talking, posting, and showing off, mystery becomes rare, and what's rare always becomes powerful and attractive. When people can't easily read you, when they don't know your next move or your emotions, you instantly become more respected and interesting. Mystery is power. It keeps others guessing. It keeps them curious. It makes them think about you even when you're not there. You don't need to disappear completely. You just need to protect your personal story, your plans, and your emotions from unnecessary attention. Most people share too much. They post everything. They show every goal, every failure, every emotion, every small detail, hoping someone will care. But when you become predictable, you lose respect. When everyone knows your story, they stop wondering who you're becoming next. Predictability lowers your value. Mystery raises it. You don't need to hide. You just need to manage what others get to see. Mystery isn't about being fake. It's about protecting your growth. It's about choosing silence over noise and privacy over performance. When people can't read you easily, they pay more attention. Their minds start searching for clues, and that's where your value grows. Because curiosity is one of the strongest human emotions. The less they know, the more they want to know. That's quiet power. If people can predict your every move, they stop respecting you. If they can read you easily, they stop fearing losing you. Mystery makes you memorable. It turns your energy into magnetism. It creates a silent aura that others can feel but can't describe. Let's be honest. Too many people live online for approval. They share everything because they're addicted to attention and short bursts of validation. But attention fades fast. Mystery lasts. When you disappear to work silently, people notice your absence, and that absence speaks louder than posts. Let your work be the surprise. Let your results speak for you. Let people ask, where have they been? How did they change? Because while others are busy posting, you'll be busy building. When you finally return, your growth will speak volumes without a word. Imagine someone who stops posting daily selfies, vanishes for months, and then comes back stronger, sharper, and more confident than ever before. People start whispering, what happened? How did they change? Who are they now? That curiosity is value. That silence creates power. Mystery doesn't mean you hide forever. It means you stop explaining everything. You give headlines, not full stories. You protect your private progress. You don't owe everyone your emotions. Pain is sacred. Growth is personal. The world doesn't deserve a front row seat to your healing. Say less when people ask too much. Respond calmly. Use short, strong sentences like, you'll see. That line holds more power than speeches. Because you'll see protects your peace. It builds your confidence. It makes people wait, wonder, and respect what's coming next. Keep some dreams between you and God, between you and your future. Let destiny reveal them when the time is right. People who overexpose their journey lose control of their story, but people who move quietly always stay 3 steps ahead. You don't need to announce every win, every loss, or every plan. Keep some things sacred. Let results reveal what's important. If you're working on your dream body, don't post daily gym selfies. Just work, stay silent, and show results later. One day, people will ask, when did you change? And you'll smile, because while they watched, you were becoming someone unrecognizable. That's mystery. That's value. That's how high value people live. Not loud, not desperate, but powerful, disciplined, and unpredictable. To practice mystery, start small. Stop sharing your next step. Don't announce every project. Surprise people with completion, not promises. Limit emotional reactions. When you're angry or sad, don't post about it. Feel it privately. Heal quietly. That's how peace becomes strength. Keep your plans between you and your notebook. Let the world see results, not rough drafts. Protect your process from unworthy eyes. Because when they can't guess your next move, they must respect you. When they can't predict you, they must pay attention to you. The unknown keeps people engaged. The unpredictable keeps them impressed. The quiet transformation keeps them questioning and inspired at the same time. The most magnetic people are those who say little, show less, and deliver more. Their mystery creates movement wherever they go. Remember, mystery doesn't hide value. It reveals value through silence, focus, and action. It shows you don't need validation to feel alive. When people can't read you, they start fearing to lose you. When they can't reach you easily, your presence becomes a privilege. Let them wonder, let them guess, let them talk. Every rumor becomes free marketing for your name when you master mystery. The goal is not to impress. The goal is to elevate, quietly, powerfully, without noise. That's the aura of real confidence. Because when you're quiet, you're not empty. You're full of purpose. You're preparing. You're growing. You're becoming the version they never expected. So from today, pull back your energy. Move silently. Work in private. Let your absence build curiosity and your comeback create shock. Don't be so loud they forget you. Be so quiet they can't stop thinking about you. That's how powerful presence is built. Let your silence become your message. Let your mystery become your magnet. Because once you're unpredictable, you become unforgettable. And when you're unforgettable, you never need to chase again. Because attraction becomes your new natural state of power. Rule 5. Upgrade your circle or stay stuck forever. You can be motivated, disciplined, talented, and ambitious, but if you're surrounded by the wrong people, your growth will always stay limited. Your circle shapes your energy. It influences your thinking, your habits, and your direction more than you realize. Environment always wins over willpower. The people around you are not just your friends. They are mirrors reflecting your mindset, your confidence, and your possible future. If your circle is lazy, negative, or unmotivated, it's only a matter of time before you start matching their frequency unconsciously. That's why upgrading your circle is not betrayal. It's survival. It's how you protect your value, your peace, and your dreams. Here are signs you need to upgrade your circle. You feel small around your friends. You can't share your goals without being judged. Every time you improve, someone tries to pull you back down. After conversations, you feel drained instead of inspired or recharged. You keep helping them, but they never help you grow. You talk about progress, but they talk about gossip, problems, and complaints. That's not loyalty, that's a trap. Love without growth becomes a cage. Staying too long around the wrong people kills your potential slowly. The longer you stay, the more you doubt yourself. You start shrinking your dreams to fit their comfort and losing your natural drive. You begin playing small to avoid making others uncomfortable. You feel guilty for wanting more. You stop shining to make them feel safe. But comfort kills growth. Loyalty to the wrong people destroys destiny. Staying in small circles will always cost you your future. Imagine climbing a mountain with a heavy backpack. Every step feels harder, not because of the path, but because of the weight you carry. Now imagine dropping that backpack. Suddenly you can breathe, move faster, and see the peak clearly. That's what happens when you upgrade your circle. Let go of people who no longer match your vision. You don't need to hate them. You just need to stop staying stuck with them. Observe instead of arguing. Notice who supports your growth and who secretly fears your success. Let distance do the talking for you. Add new voices to your life. Follow mentors, leaders, and positive creators who push you higher instead of pulling you back. Even online mentors can become your new circle. You don't need permission to learn from strong people. Let better voices fill your world. Don't be afraid of being alone. Loneliness isn't punishment, it's preparation. It's the quiet space where strength and clarity are born. The people you spend time with shape your identity. You become like the 5 people you see or listen to the most. If you want to think like a lion, stop walking with sheep. Don't expect growth from people addicted to comfort and excuses. Some people won't grow, and that's okay. But you must choose comfort with them or growth without them. You can't have both. Because staying with the wrong people will cost you your time, your focus, and your destiny, all while they remain unchanged. The world is too big, and your potential is too real to stay small just to make weak people comfortable around you. From today, ask yourself hard questions. Does this person feed my future or drain it? Do they inspire me or secretly limit me? Do they celebrate my progress or compete with it? Do they build with me or just use me to avoid facing their own fear? If the answer hurts, that's okay. Growth often does. But keeping the wrong people will hurt you far more in the long run. You don't owe explanations. You owe yourself peace. You can leave quietly. Silence is the best way to close old chapters gracefully. The moment you release negative energy, better people appear. People who match your pace, respect your time, and share your hunger for success. These are the ones who help you level up, not pull you down. They bring ideas, not drama. They bring peace, not pressure. When you upgrade your circle, your thinking changes, your confidence grows, your energy improves, your standards rise automatically without forcing it. Soon, you'll realize success feels easier because you're finally surrounded by those who expect excellence instead of settling for average. You'll start speaking differently, walking differently, thinking differently, not because you've changed, but because your environment finally matches your potential. You'll attract people who challenge you, not comfort you. You'll start conversations about ideas instead of gossip. That's the difference between growth and decay. You don't need to cut everyone off immediately. Just reduce access. Limit conversations that drain you. Protect your focus from low-energy company. Remember, peace is expensive. Protect it carefully. Not everyone deserves access to your energy, your dreams, or your time. Your value multiplies when you walk with people who believe in your vision, match your energy, and speak your growth language. Walk away from those who mock your dreams. Stay close to those who remind you who you can become when you stay disciplined. Never fear losing people. Fear losing yourself by keeping the wrong ones too close for too long. That's how value dies silently. Surround yourself with warriors, not worriers. Choose people who plan, build, and create. Their energy will push you further than any motivation. Because no matter how strong you are, your environment always wins. And your circle either fuels your value or slowly destroys it. So upgrade your circle, protect your energy, surround yourself with power, and become power. That's how valuable people move in life. Rule 6. Invest in your appearance. Become the mirror of your value. No matter how smart, kind, or hardworking you are, the first thing the world notices about you is how you look and present yourself. People judge the book by its cover long before they read the story. That's not unfair. That's simply how human perception works. Your appearance isn't only about fashion or looks. It's about discipline, confidence, and self-respect. It shows how much you value yourself every day. If you look like you've given up, people will treat you that way. If you look confident, they'll respect you instantly. Your outside presentation silently communicates your inner energy. Before you speak a word, your appearance already tells the world who you are. When you walk in clean, sharp, and confident, people adjust their tone, posture, and attention. Respect arrives before you even sit down. But if you show up messy, tired, or unprepared, others unconsciously lower your value before you've even had a chance to speak. The world doesn't always reward kindness first. It rewards presence. How you carry yourself shapes how others decide to treat you. Investing in your appearance isn't vanity, it's self-respect in physical form. It says, I care, I take myself seriously, I'm ready. Some people say, looks don't matter, only the inside counts. But that's only half true. People need to see your inside through your outside. You could have gold inside, but if you present yourself like broken glass, no one will come close enough to discover your worth. When you appear valuable, people believe you are. When you appear careless, people assume you don't respect your own time or mission. Your appearance tells the world whether you've come to participate or to lead. It's not fashion, it's silent communication through your energy. It doesn't mean you need expensive clothes or luxury brands. It means you show up clean, confident, and aligned with who you want to be. Keep it simple. Wear clothes that fit, are comfortable, and represent your best self. Cleanliness and good posture always beat expensive labels. Smell fresh. Keep your hair neat. Stand tall. Walk with intention. These are simple things, yet they instantly double your presence anywhere. People respect sharpness because it shows order and control. They trust people who look prepared, organized, and confident in their environment. Appearance sends signals. It tells others whether you're a leader or a follower, whether you care about excellence or settle for average. If two people walk into a room, same skills, same experience, but one looks sharp and confident, who gets noticed first? Always them. Because presentation equals perception. Your look sets expectations. It says, I'm serious about my goals, and I'm here to make an impact. You can't control what people think, but you can control what they see when you enter. That control shapes first impressions immediately. Before you speak, your shoes, your posture, your expression, and your clothes already whisper the story of your standards and mindset. Dress like the person you're becoming, not the person you used to be. Your future self deserves preparation, not excuses or neglect. Ask yourself daily, would my higher self dress like this? Would my dream version of me look this unprepared or this ready? You don't need designer clothes. You need discipline. You don't need perfection. You need presence. You don't need approval. You need respect. When you look like you value yourself, others follow. When you look careless, they mirror that carelessness back to you instantly. Your appearance can open doors before your words do. It can help people trust you faster and remember you longer without effort. A neat appearance signals control. Clean energy signals respect. Together, they build silent authority that makes people listen and take you seriously. The way you carry yourself affects your confidence too. When you look sharp, you feel sharp. Your energy rises naturally with presentation. Have you noticed how wearing something clean and well-fitting changes how you walk, how you speak, and how confidently you move through rooms? That's the psychology of appearance. You start acting like your best self because you're literally dressed for that version already. It's not about impressing others. It's about showing up for yourself. Because appearance is how you remind yourself that you matter today. It's about treating yourself like someone important, because you are. And the world mirrors how you treat yourself every single time. So, build small daily habits. Keep your clothes fresh. Take care of your hair and skin. Wear clean shoes. Walk tall. Speak clearly. Every detail counts because those details show you pay attention. And attention is the foundation of value in everything you do. Your appearance becomes your visual resume. It tells people whether you respect the moment or take life casually and without urgency. You don't need to overthink it. Keep it minimal, clean, and intentional. Consistency in appearance builds trust and recognition faster than words. Because respect starts with how you treat yourself. And the mirror always tells the truth before anyone else does. If you want others to respect your time, show them you respect yourself first, in how you look, speak, and carry your presence. From today, commit to showing up like someone on a mission. Dress with intention, move with purpose, radiate quiet confidence everywhere you go. Because when your appearance matches your inner value, the world will start treating you like someone impossible to ignore. And that's when you'll realize looking sharp isn't superficial, it's spiritual. It's a daily reminder that your value deserves to be seen. Rule 7. Don't chase. Attract. The more you chase, the more they run. The harder you try to prove your worth, the faster your value starts to drop. Chasing looks desperate, and desperation always kills attraction, whether it's in relationships, work, business, or personal growth. Think about it. No one chases diamonds. People chase discounts. Diamonds stay still, rare, calm, and powerful. That's why people go after them. Chasing is loud. Attracting is silent. Chasing says, "Please notice me." Attracting says, "I already have what I need. Come if you're ready." When you chase, you give away your power. You lose balance. You start begging for attention that should come naturally through your value. When you attract, you hold power. You become the prize. You draw opportunities, people, and success by who you are, not what you demand. Imagine this. You're in a desert, running after water, thirsty and tired. That's chasing. Now imagine becoming fire. Everything cold moves toward you. That's attraction. You stop chasing what's outside and start building strength inside. That energy pulls everything aligned with you effortlessly. When you chase people, you make them feel like they're better than you. When you attract, you make them feel lucky to know you. Stop chasing love, attention, or approval. They don't come through pressure. They come through self-respect, calmness, and quiet confidence. You don't need to prove your worth. You just need to grow your value until it's impossible to ignore. When you stop chasing, you stop forcing. And when you stop forcing, life finally begins to flow in your favor naturally. Chasing is about fear. Fear of missing out. Fear of being alone. Fear of not being enough. Attraction is about trust. Trust in your process. Trust in your energy. Trust that what belongs to you will never need to be chased. So how do you stop chasing and start attracting? The answer is simple. Focus on becoming, not impressing. Build yourself quietly. Develop skills, mindset, and discipline. Improve your health. Strengthen your mind. Let people feel your energy shift. You don't need to announce your transformation. People will feel it through your presence, through how you walk, speak, and carry your peace. Attraction begins with calmness. When you stay calm in rejection, silence, or delay, you create power that chasing will never bring. The more you chase, the smaller you feel. The more you focus inward, the more magnetic you become, without saying a word. Stop explaining yourself. Stop proving your value. Let your results speak. Let your silence teach others what your energy already knows. You don't need to fight for attention. True value never needs to beg. It simply stands strong and allows the world to notice. If someone ignores you, stay silent. Don't argue for your worth. Let your growth make them regret their blindness later. If an opportunity rejects you, don't panic. Level up so high that next time, they come searching for you instead. Every no is a sign that your value is not yet visible enough, not that it doesn't exist. Keep building quietly. When you stop chasing, your focus shifts back to what you can control: your growth, your peace, your skills, and your mindset. And that's where real attraction begins. Not from pressure, but from presence. Not from noise, but from quiet strength. Build this new energy daily. I don't chase, I attract. If it's for me, say, it will stay. If it leaves, it's not mine. Repeat it often. Let it shape how you think, act, and react. It's not arrogance, it's self-respect expressed through calm confidence. Don't rush what's meant for you. Don't panic when things don't happen fast. Great things grow slowly and arrive silently when you're ready. Your job is to become ready through focus, discipline, and consistency. That's what makes you magnetic to everything you desire. People are drawn to those who have peace. They sense stability, confidence, and clarity, all things chasing energy can never give. When you walk with peace, people trust you more. When you move with confidence, people follow without you having to ask. When you're no longer desperate, life opens doors. Opportunities appear. People help you because your energy now inspires instead of drains. Attraction is built on alignment. It means you no longer beg for what's not meant for you. You simply move where value flows. Be so focused on your mission that others feel lucky to be part of it. That's the quiet secret of high-value people. They don't chase validation. They build vision. They don't compete for attention. They create impact. They don't fight for space. They own it. The more valuable you become, the more you attract. Not through words, but through the gravity of your energy. Attraction isn't magic. It's energy in motion. When you grow internally, everything around you begins to realign automatically. When you love yourself deeply, others sense it. When you respect your time, others follow. When you stay calm, others mirror your peace. That's how powerful attraction works. It's silent, steady, and unshakable. It doesn't beg. It simply draws what belongs to it naturally. So stop chasing love. Stop chasing people. Stop chasing success. Build yourself. Train your skill. Guard your peace. Raise your standards daily. When your energy becomes strong, opportunities, people, and success start chasing you. That's the power of attraction built on value. You'll know you've reached that level when silence feels more satisfying than validation and growth feels better than attention. From today, repeat this truth. I don't chase, I attract. My focus is on building, not begging. My value creates my gravity. When you understand this, everything changes because you'll realize you were never missing anything. You just needed to stop chasing and rise. Rule 8. Train your mind relentlessly, because that's where real value lives. You can dress well, walk confidently, and speak clearly, but if your mind is weak, everything else collapses when life gets difficult. Your mind is the foundation of your value. Without strength inside, no skill, no appearance, and no network can truly protect you. Most people never train their mind. They feed it distraction, fear, and noise. Then they wonder why their life feels so unstable and lost. You can't live powerfully with a weak mind. You can't make strong decisions with chaotic thoughts. Mental strength is the true hidden wealth. A strong mind keeps calm in chaos. It thinks clearly under pressure. It finds solutions while others panic. That's real intelligence. The mind is like a muscle. It grows only when challenged. It becomes powerful only when you train it through discomfort daily. Most people train their bodies, their appearance, and their image, but they leave their brain completely untrained and easily controlled by emotion. They overthink everything, fear failure, and seek comfort. They break down after one rejection because their mind never learned how to resist pain. If you don't control your mind will control you. It will fill your life with excuses, fears, and endless hesitation. That's why mental training is non-negotiable. It's not optional. It's how you become unshakable in a world that constantly tests your peace. So how do you train your mind? You start with what you feed it. Your input becomes your mindset. Garbage in equals weakness out. Feed your brain daily with truth, not distraction. Books, educational videos, strong conversations, and daily reflection. These are food for your brain. Ask better questions every day. Who am I becoming? What am I learning? What am I allowing that keeps me small? The more you ask, the sharper you think. The sharper you think, the better you decide. That's how leaders and creators think differently. Sit in silence every morning for 10 minutes. No phone, no noise. This is how you reset your brain before the world touches it. Journal your thoughts. Write what confuses you, what scares you, and what inspires you. Writing empties the noise and strengthens your clarity. Learn something new daily. One idea, one reflection, one small piece of knowledge. Growth compounds quietly when done consistently. Do what's uncomfortable. Read when you're tired. Focus when you'd rather scroll. Discipline your brain to work even when feelings say no. That's how mental strength forms, through resistance. Just like muscles grow under pressure, your brain grows through focused discomfort. You don't need to train for hours. You just need to do one hard thing daily that forces your brain to wake up. Learn to delay pleasure. Train your brain to wait, focus, and finish before rewarding itself. That's how winners outlast everyone else. Example: Student A studies 20 minutes, then checks their phone. Student B studies an hour daily, reviews mistakes, and stays consistent for months. Who wins long term? Always student B, because they trained their mind to push through boredom and discomfort while others escaped into distraction. That's what separates valuable people from average ones. Their ability to stay focused when everyone else gives up or looks away. Money fades, looks fade, people change, but a trained mind keeps creating value again and again, no matter what happens. A strong mind makes you unstoppable. It gives you calm during chaos, courage during fear, and clarity when life throws confusion at you. So train it relentlessly. Protect it from negativity. Feed it only what lifts you higher. Because once your mind grows, everything around you follows. Your real value lives in your thoughts. Because thoughts shape words, words shape actions, and actions shape destiny. Train your mind like it's your most powerful tool, because it is. Without it, no success can last, and no peace can stay. The final push. Choose value over noise. Now you know the truth. It was never about luck, looks, or talent. It was always about value, the energy you build inside. In this world, you are treated based on your value. You are respected based on your rarity. You are paid for your results. You are followed based on your growth. You are loved based on how deeply you first love and respect yourself. You can cry, hope, or pray, but nothing changes until you decide to become valuable through discipline, silence, and daily growth. So let this moment be your turning point, not just another motivational video, but the moment you decide, enough. Enough being ignored. Enough being average. Enough waiting for permission. From today, you either raise your value or you raise nothing. Walk away from old habits. Walk away from lazy people. Walk away from every version of you that no longer deserves your energy. Build what you said you would build. Protect your focus. Train your mind. Look sharper. Speak less. Surround yourself with warriors. Let your silence shake those who once ignored you. Let your transformation speak so loudly that no explanation is ever needed again. And when people finally say, "You changed," smile and reply, "No, I finally remembered who I was meant to be." Because that's what value really is. Not pretending to be more, but becoming the real version of yourself that you've ignored too long. So from this moment, raise your standards, build your skill, protect your peace, respect your time. Keep growing quietly until you become undeniable. One day soon, you'll look back and realize nothing was missing. You just needed to believe you were worth building. If this message touched you, don't leave quietly. Comment, "I choose value." Share it with someone who needs to wake up today. Subscribe and stay with me on this journey because this is not the end. It's the beginning of your high-value life. Together, let's grow, let's rise, let's lead with strength, clarity, and peace until the world can't ignore your value ever again.